How's it going, gamers? Blackheart in the house. Today I wanted to talk about a certain topic, or villain actually, and that would be the main purple man himself, Shaggy, William Afton, aka the Killer, aka Springtrap, aka he always comes back. Jokes aside, the reason I actually want to talk about him today is because recently there's been some controversy about whether he's been reappearing too much in the games. But before I get into that, why not like and subscribe if you want to see more topic discussion videos like this one, maybe or maybe not also regarding FNAF things. Or leave a comment if you got a better idea, because I know you do. But without further ado, let's get back into it. Now, as I mentioned before, some people aren't happy with the fact that Afton keeps coming back, so I figured I'd put my opinion out here. I think the best place to start would probably be the first place this character appeared. William Afton, aka the Purple Guy, first appeared in FNAF 2 in the form of a minigame sprite. These minigames show us how deranged and cold-blooded this killer can be. For that reason, his appearance obviously makes sense for this game. We get a vague but clear introduction to the main antagonist of the whole series onward, which impressively gave everyone high hopes and questions, left to be answered in the next installment. Will we see this purple man again? And it was clear that Scott would answer this question soon. And the answer was yes, we would very much see him again, but not quite the way we saw him last time. FNAF 3 introduced us to Springtrap, the main and only physical animatronic threat in the whole game. Many mysteries already surrounded Springtrap, and these secret screens right here didn't help the cause very much. Well, actually they did, because at the end of the game, we get to play a mini-game that shows us the purple guy cornered in the safe room by the spirits of his victims back for vengeance. Very stupidly, he tries to hide in the spring bounty suit he used to lure the children and kill them long before, until snap, he got spring locked, thus turning them into Springtrap. But getting back on track, FNAF 3 does a really good job with putting us on the spot, making us feel vulnerable. We are face to face with the very killer that started it all, the very monster that murdered those children many years ago, and now he's after us, and he is terrifying. This is my favorite appearance of William. I love how decrepit and menacing he is in this game, and I now see why any and all future representations are nothing. They'll never live up to the first time we faced the killer ourselves. A few games later, and we finally get to see our favorite rabbit killer Afton again, but this time he's not quite as creepy. Now, I've seen this a lot. Not very many people like this appearance for Springtrap, and for a good reason. Canonically, I love the fact that we finally get proof of him surviving the FNAF 3 fire of Fazbear's Fright, and answered to a question unanswered for years by the point FNAF 6 rolled around. And him being in this game makes perfect sense, besides the fact that he lost, but also gained limbs. Design aside, many people, including myself, think that this is probably where we should have said goodbye to Springtrap, while he was still respected. Notice how I said should have. FNAF VR at first glance seems like a clash of all the previous games just ported into VR, but that is not the case. The more you play the game, you actually realize there's lore hidden throughout the game, or secret cassette tapes, which mention a virus in the game. And the more of these tapes you collect, the more and more it becomes clear to you. A rabbit, which kinda looks familiar and kinda looks goofy. Apparently, this game is an in-universe VR game made by Fazbear Inc., and for some reason, they got a box of circuit boards in the mail one day and decided to scam them, speeding up development of the in-universe VR game. Hold on. Little did they know, one of those circuit boards probably came from the remains of Afton's corpse following FNAF 6, putting a virus his literal consciousness into the game, and he doesn't want to stay in there very long. He intends on escaping through the mind of the player, which is you, aka Vanessa/Vanny, but that's for another time. Like I already said, I feel as if Afton should have probably ended in FNAF 6 ending. It was a fitting ending to the original story, the original Afton story. I honestly don't even like Glitchtrap's design either, and his reason is meh. It's okay, I guess. Anyway, he eventually escapes through your mind and body, and it all goes downhill from there. This is where, in my opinion, it crosses the line. To further elaborate, we left off with Afton's consciousness leaving the VR game through the mind of Vanny. She does his every command, worships him, yada yada yada. While this is almost okay, and FNAF finally has a new villain, it decides to, yeah. As the game progresses, we read through a little collection of emails that this huge pizzaplex mall was built over a sinkhole. Eventually, if you do certain things, you will find this sinkhole and discover it is in fact a pizzeria. The very pizzeria from FNAF 6, where it should have all ended. I wonder where this is going. Instead of going in and having a Vanny final boss fight, we get this. Yep, that's right, he came back again, like he always does, and everyone saw it coming this time. I mean, I'll admit, his design is pretty badass in this game, but canonically, I hate this. Not only is Afton not scary or unpredictable anymore, but he doesn't even attack you himself in this game. The William Afton, Springtrap child murderer I grew up to love would not just sit back while his henchmen animatronics came to kill you. No wonder people refer to him as Peepaw Willie these days. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you disagree, that's alright, but how are you going to turn this? And do this. And that's why I had to make this video, honestly, and give you my opinion on William Afton, aka Springtrap, aka soon-to-be Shaggy Trap. I know everyone's making this video right now, but I figured I could hop on the Faz wagon while it's still relevant. My honest overall opinion is that Springtrap was at his scariest, at his peak, when we were first introduced to him in FNAF 3. He was quick, he was menacing, and he was unpredictable. Heck, even his goofy appearance in FNAF 6 was unpredictable and made sense, canonically. He was even still kinda spooky. But now, he's way too predictable, and to be expected in every installment from now on at this point, without making sense in the lore whatsoever. So what do you all think? Should Afton return in the Rune DLC, or should Afton have ended in FNAF 6 and HE double hockey sticks where he belongs? Leave your opinions below. If you want to see more FNAF theories, topic discussions, or anything of that matter, please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss my next upload. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you keep watching. Have a good day or night, whatever you might be having. And peace.
Audio Jungle.